Good morning and welcome back to the Off-Grid Homestead. Every morning before Nikki and I go for our walk, we start off the day the same way. This is my favorite part of the day. And what you might not know, or maybe you do know, Costa Rica makes some of the finest coffee in all the world. Matter of fact, I'm trying out some of this coffee today. Been trying this coffee out for the last 2 or 3 months. This is Old Louis, and it's grown in the southern zone of Costa Rica in San Vito. San Vito is known for some of the finest high altitude coffee in all of Costa Rica. Now that's a good cup of coffee. Come on, Nikki, let's go for a walk. All right, so welcome back to the Off-Grid Homestead. Hey, we got another beautiful day, and today's project is that we're going to build us a little tower. So we have this tank right here. It's only a 250-liter tank, but we want to put this little tank on a tower. Now, my goal is, and the reason I bought a small tank is I'm hoping that once that fills up, that it will get enough sun that that water will be warm. So, as you can see, I've got some metal over here, and I'm gonna build a tank. Now, it's really, this is inch by 1 inch, tubing. It's gonna be plenty strong enough because, hey, it's 250 liters. That can, convert that. It's about 550 pounds once that tank is full. But anyway, gonna build a small tower. It's gonna sit in the sun, and then we're gonna pipe it all the way over here so that we can have warm water for our shower. So at the end of the day, we can have us a nice, decent, warm shower. But anyway, that's the project for today. We're gonna build a tower, won't take long, and we're gonna get after it. All right, so as you can see, I've got the first side of this tower up. So it's really gonna be the first brace. I'm building it a lot like you would scaffolding, okay? Now, I've never built scaffolding, but I've worked with it, I've seen it, I know how it works. So I've got, 2 sides, and then there'll be 2 cross braces that's gonna hold it together. And I bolted all of this together because it's just temporary, okay? Because eventually, I'll have a much larger tank. And anyway, it'll be in a different location. But my point is, as you can see, I've got 2 cross braces at the top, 2 cross braces at the bottom, and these braces at top, middle, and the bottom. Now, this is going to be plenty strong enough for this little tank. Now, it's not going to be strong enough when I have my big tank, but that's down the road. The whole purpose for this temporary tank, so we can have water right now, but most importantly, is I believe that this small tank, if it's in the sun long enough, will generate enough warm water to have at least a warm shower. Probably not going to be hot, but at least it won't be cold, which beats the heck out of taking a bath in the river. So, you know, this water coming out of the mountain, that's cold. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to experiment and see what happens. Keep in mind, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm putting it together, and we're going to find out. So hopefully, if I do all this right, well, maybe this evening, I might have a warm shower. So as you can see, both sides are done. Now I really just need to have some cross braces on this side. Originally thought I would only have two from the top all the way down, you know, but I think it'd be sturdier, stronger if I go with two at the bottom and two at the top. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We got 4 on this side and 4 on that side. So we're almost done with our tower. So let's get after it. All right, as you can see, I've moved our tower over here. Not quite done yet. It was raining, so I had to stop, but hey, it's rainy season. Only rained about an hour, maybe not quite that long. Once the rain let up, well, I moved my pieces over here. I leveled off the dirt, so I had to do a little bit of digging. I packed it down a little bit. So now I'm gonna finish putting the tower together. Now we're almost there. It's looking pretty good, but at the moment, you know, I need to go ahead and put my cross braces here, cross braces on the other side, and well, I still got to build a top to put the water tank on. So, hey, we're getting close. Let's get after it. All right, so we have it all put together, and the only thing I have left to do is actually put some bars across the top so then I can put the water tank up there. Just to make the project a little easier, I'm going to take off the 2 bars I got at the top and bring them over there, and then that way I can punch all my holes in the same place and put it all together. Now, as you can see, I have a crossbar here and a crossbar here. I haven't decided. Should I go ahead and put another crossbar this way and another crossbar here? Should I have 2 crossbars here? You know, I really think it's strong enough. But hey, you put a comment down below in the description. You let me know, what do you think? Do you think I should have crossbars here? I mean, I've got 2 crossbars on each side. Or, you know, there's 2 up there, 2 down here. Should I go ahead and put 2 here? And, you know, hey, let me know what you think. I think it's probably plenty strong enough. But I'm fixing to put those bars across the top. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5. I'll figure it out when I get there. Build that, put it up there. We're going to put a water tank up. Let's get after it. The tower is done, unless I decide to put 2 more crossbars on each side here.
You let me know what you think. But anyway, the tower is done. Now, let's go get that water tank, put that water tank up here. But before we do, here's a cultural side note. Having a water tower, especially when you move here, is always a good idea. You will see water towers in Costa Rica, not a whole lot. It's usually going to be people that can afford it because it's very common that the water will go off for 2 or 3, 4 hours. When I used to live at Potrero Grande, it was a small area. Anytime there was a new house connecting to the meter, or they had to take a meter off, they'd cut the water off for the whole town. Now, granted, it was a small town. Did they just not have shut-off valves in some area? I don't know. But it was not uncommon. I would go for a run, get done with my run, and be ready to take a shower, find out the water would be off, and it'd be off 3 or 4 hours. So, having a water tower will help you out. Now, here where I'm at, probably don't need it because we're going to get our water from the river. The odds of the water going out of the river are slim to none. But I got to have a water tower right now, and eventually, because I'm using the owner's water, and of course, as I told you earlier, I'm doing this so I can hope to get some hot water, okay? But anyway, it's a good idea to have a water tower anytime you live anywhere in Costa Rica. So when you get ready to buy your own place, make sure you install a water tower, and now, today, you know how. Let's get that water tank. Take a look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So now we've got a water tank, we've got a water tower, and so obviously it's late today, probably not getting no hot shower today. But hey, one more cold bath at the river, and tomorrow I'm taking a hot shower. It's another day, and we're working on some plumbing. Now, I've got a cultural side note for you, but before I go there, and this morning I got right on it, I started digging up the pipe that the owner had down here, and I started making all my connections. Of course, I'd already planned it out, already got all my plumbing supplies, and so I've actually hooked up all my plumbing, given it a little bit of time to dry, tested my pipes, and now we've got water going into this tank. Check it out. Ain't that awesome? Today, I will be taking me a warm shower. If not warm, at least it won't be freezing cold. But gauging by how this tank feels already, that water ain't gonna be cold. It's gonna be nice. So, let's get on to that cultural side note. You know, I've done a lot of plumbing over the years, and I didn't show you how to do any of this plumbing. You know, I think plumbing's kind of boring. Yeah, there is an art to it. But if you want to learn about plumbing, hey, put some comments down. Let me know that you want to see some plumbing. And when I do some plumbing in the future, that way you'll have an idea how things work. Anyway, I've done a lot of plumbing. And in the past, when I went to the hardware store, I remember being young, and there was pipe cleaner, and then there was some pipe glue. Now you had regular glue, and then you had blue glue, which was wet and dry glue, which, you know, if your pipe was a little wet, it's supposed to work even if it's got water, okay? Now, my point is, in the United States, I remember thinking, I don't need any pipe cleaner. I'll just clean it with a rag. Guess what? I ended up with leaks all over the place. So, in the United States, you have to buy pipe cleaner. Here's your cultural side note. In Costa Rica, you won't find pipe cleaner. I have looked up and down, and I don't know how many hardware stores. There's just no pipe cleaner. And every time I've done plumbing here, I've never needed pipe cleaner. It doesn't leak. So I don't know what's going on. Is there a scam? I don't know that there's a scam, but in the United States, there is some sort of coating. I don't know if it's an oil, but there's something on the pipe, and no matter how hard you try to clean it, it's going to leak, okay? But you put that pipe cleaner, it cleans it off, gets off whatever residue, and you put it on there. I don't know what that stuff is on there. I'm thinking maybe it helps keep the pipe clean. Hey, maybe it is a scam. Maybe it's a gimmick to force you to buy pipe glue. I don't know. But in Costa Rica, they don't have that stuff on their pipe, and the pipe is good and dry, so I don't have to buy pipe glue, and it's a good thing because there's not any here. So that's your cultural side note. Hey, I can't wait to see this thing get full, and I can't wait to get a good shower tonight. Oops, I'm busted. Yeah, it's time for an apple juice. Man, I am whooped. And there Nikki's having a little lunch break. Out here, because we're not set up yet, she's having to eat that old bag dog food. And I can tell you, she don't like it. Yeah, she much prefers whenever I cook her food. But since we've been in transition, well, she's having to eat that. Not good, huh, Nikki? Hey, Nikki. Nikki, cheers. All right. I've been digging ditches for the last couple of hours. For somebody that's 355 years old, I am whooped, but I look good for my age. I think I'll run the plumbing from the tank to our bodega right here. That way, I'll start plumbing up so that I can have a good shower tonight. I am excited. I like to be clean. I take a shower at least once a week, whether I need it or not. So, anyway, I hope wherever you're at, you're enjoying an apple juice or whatever your favorite drink is. Let me know what you think about these videos. Is it what you like? This is our off-grid homestead videos, a little different. Give you some ideas about what you can do in Costa Rica, but also let you understand and see some cultural differences about Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, you really can enjoy the good life, especially if you're the type of person like me and you want to be able to live out in a remote area and you're not around anything when you can control the environment. My goodness. It's better than paradise. Just love it.